I'm interested in understanding where we're at from an international relations standpoint. We're obviously in a situation where a sitting American president has effectively engaged a foreign country to take retaliatory action against these two congresswomen, his domestic opponents. Is there precedent for this in recent American history?
Actually not. We have a constitution where people are duly elected by the citizens in their congressional district. It is quite unusual to imagine that a member of Congress who's going on a fact-finding trip would be barred from a democratic country. Now, I'm sure that there are instances in history where there are American members of Congress who have wanted to go to a non-democratic country and have been barred from going in. But when we're talking about a democracy and a close partner of the United States that has always had strong bipartisan support in Congress, it's quite astonishing.
So it sounds like you're saying this is unprecedented from both sides, both from the perspective of the president asking for the congresswoman to be barred and the actual barring on the other end of it.
No doubt about it. I found the president's tweet not only bigoted and untruthful, but really undermines the Constitution of the United States and, quite frankly, undermines all of the citizens in those congressional districts by basically saying your vote doesn't count. And we have a country that's based on everybody's vote counting.
Congresswoman Tlaib just tweeted that she wasn't going to go to the West Bank to visit her grandmother. What do you think this tells us about the congresswomen and their goals here?
Well, I think we are in an incredibly fraught situation. Here is someone who wanted to see her 90-year-old grandmother before she died, and I'm sorry that she won't have that opportunity. On the other hand, I understand that there are principles here, that the congresswomen should be able to go to Israel without conditions.
From the Israeli standpoint, it is legal for the country to bar supporters of the BDS or boycott movement, but my understanding is that that law is quite new. How often has it been used in Israel to bar opponents of the Israeli government?
I don't know if it's ever been used before this instance. I think that that law was not a productive one for Israel. And they certainly could have given a waiver on the basis that these are U.S. members of Congress. I actually think that this move on the part of both President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu work against both of them because it looks like they're undermining the constitutions of both countries. There have been critiques of what the Prime Minister did, what the President did, from the right and the left in the Jewish community. So this is a one-size-fits-all, which is quite unusual. Even AIPAC, which is seen as right of center, as a lobbying organization for the interests of the Jewish community, has said this was a very unwise decision by the Prime Minister.
Donald Trump looks pretty lonely right now. Are there any serious Republican backers of his call to Prime Minister Netanyahu?
Well, he has had support. Senator Lindsey Graham, Congresswoman Liz Cheney have supported Prime Minister Netanyahu's decision. Other members, like Kevin McCarthy, said it's unfortunate, but didn't really criticize either the Prime Minister or the President. So the President has some supporters in those who really are committed to the President's reelection. Under any terms, under any circumstances, it is a very sad day for the principles upon which we were built.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.